ok? Olá pessoal, estamos aqui falando em português, mas daqui a pouco vamos falar em inglês. Nós temos hoje um grande bluesman convidado pelo pessoal do República Blues para fazer um show no Sesc Estação Blues. Show no Sesc Estação Blues. E ele é Chris Cain, ele vem da Califórnia, vem de San José, que é vamos dizer, é um bairro sul na região de São Francisco, onde tem a Baía de São Francisco, então o pessoal chama de San Francisco Bay Area. São várias cidades, é muito interessante, muito legal, a gente conhece bem lá. E eu tô aqui agora com o grande prazer de falar com alguém que viu o B.B. King quando eu era pequenininho, e o B.B. King viu ele e falou, olha, esse menino pode tocar blues. Então vamos conversar bastante aqui sobre essas coisinhas super interessantes para quem gosta muito como nós, né? Chris, how are you doing?
Wonderful. I'm really thrilled to be here in Brazil. I feel very lucky.
Is it your first visit to Brazil?
No, this is my third time, I believe, and the best time.
You like the Brazilian things like food and the climate?
The climate's unbelievable, wonderful climate, and the people are wonderful.
Thanks a lot. You know, I saw that you are going to Minas Gerais, going to Rio de Janeiro, São Paulo too, or not?
Yes. Yesterday we came to São Paulo. I don't know if we're playing there, but yes.
Yeah, there's lots of bands, blues, who really hug you here in Brazil. Yeah.
I'm really happy to be here. I have the opportunity to play for folks, and it's wonderful.
We have the opportunity to listen to your. See, it is really good. If you never listen, you will like to do that. Well, I saw lots of things about California, about San Jose, San Francisco Bay Area, right? Actually, it is like when you think blues, when you're Brazilian and think blues, you think in Mississippi, and you think in Chicago too. Chicago, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Sometimes you think in Texas too, but you don't think in the West Coast, right? How is this?
Because my papa's from Alexandria, Louisiana, black man. My mother's Greek, and so when my father went to the Navy, he met my mother, and then I came along. And my father had all the good blues records. My father loved blues. We never missed B.B. King since I was 3 years old. We never miss him. Every year when he comes to San Jose, we see B.B. King. So my father had all the good records and showed me what the music was. And so I was very lucky, you know, that I had a papa that knew this kind of music and had all the good records, you know what I mean? So I had all his records in my room. You know what I mean? We never missed B.B. King, we never missed Ray Charles when he came, every year.
I saw something written about you, that your father was mowing the grass and with a nice big speaker listening to blues and other things.
He did. My papa was a wonderful person. I miss him very much. And anything I know that's good or anything I do that's good is from him.
I thought you had get the influence of something like the Greek music because of your mother, but not. You know?
No, not really. No, my mother knew more black culture, just the way it was, you know. My mother was, she was very eclectic. She liked Frank Sinatra, and she loved like Michael Bloomfield. She loved different things. And so I just had a lot of music in my home.
Well, see, a bunch of things to ask you. San Francisco Bay Area, full of festivals. I saw now. I lived there for a while, but it was a long time ago, and I don't think it was like that in the 80s. Yeah. So, how is going the blues scene in the United States? It is breeding. It is okay. Where is the place? As I said, we think in Chicago, we think in Mississippi, we think in Louisiana. How is now things going?
I never felt that there was a strong blues scene because it was a very small kind of a thing that only certain people listen to, right? So I never felt that it was a huge audience for blues, right? As time went on with Stevie Ray Vaughan, Johnny Winter and things, turned them on to people, but I never felt that there was a strong blues scene. I just knew that that's the music I listened to as a child, and that's the music I loved. So I didn't think about it like I wasn't from Louisiana or anything. I just said, I'm from San Jose, but this is how I play the blues. And nobody played it like that there. So I was, I never felt that there was a large blues following. I mean, it was like bluegrass or something. There's certain people that love it, but it's not like the whole public, right? And I knew that from the time I was a child, but I loved the music because my papa loved it. So I loved anything he loved, and I'm just lucky,
Do you speak Greek?
Only dirty words.
Okay, only dirty words. That's the important words you need to know, Right. I'll teach you something in the Portuguese, right?
Thank you.
Sure. Well, B.B. King said, as they wrote about you, B.B. King said when you were kids, yes, this kid can play blues. How was it, referring to you?
I didn't hear that till I was a grown man, but for me, incredible, because B.B. King, as a little boy, he would come up to you and talk to you. He would look you right in the face and talk to you like you were a grown person. So I always loved B.B. King. I saw him since I was 3 years old every year, and I just felt he was a fine human being, and he played, make me cry. So for him to say anything about me or even know what I do was spectacular to me.
Well, B.B. King is loved for everybody that likes blues, and B.B. King was, as we can see, was a good person too, a nice man.
Incredible person. I mean, he would talk to you if you were a little boy, like you were a grown man. He would say, "Hey, what do you do?" Like look you right in the face and talk to you, And that stayed with me all of my life.
See, that's good, no? Can you imagine somebody like B.B. King saying about you that you play blues? Wow!
When I heard that from people, I didn't believe it. I said, maybe they got this wrong, because I didn't feel that could even happen. And so it was like amazing for me. To this day, till the day I die, I say thank you, B.B. King, because everything that I play and everything that I think musically comes from B.B. King first and Albert King. Albert King was a dear friend of mine. I met B.B. King as a child all the time, but Albert King actually would bring people to my gigs. Like Otis Clay, he would bring people. He never would miss me when I come to Memphis. So he was a dear friend of mine.
You have composed an album of Christmas blues. I never heard that. Got the music, so now I'll listen later on. But how it is? How was the inspiration?
Well, Christmas was coming up, and so I said, I wonder if I could make a Christmas record of like Christmas blues, because my parents loved Charles Brown. They loved Charles Brown, Otis Spann, Ray Charles is their favorite piano player, and so I loved Charles Brown's Christmas, Merry Christmas Baby, his things. So I tried to do something like that. It was just for my own enjoyment, really. I didn't know it would turn out to be a record, but I was just trying to make a little package of tunes, Christmas tunes.
Great. See, Chris Cain, Christmas Cain. That's nice. That's nice. I always ask for the bluesman, Brazilian or from wherever, as the legend of Robert Johnson explained. If the devil come to you with a contract to make you the best blues in the world, trading your soul, of course, would you sign it or you already did it?
No, I never did it. I wouldn't do it. I just like the records. I don't know if the devil brought the records to me, but however I got them, I really appreciate it because it was a way for me.
I'm just teasing you.
No, I know. But it was a way for me to express my feelings. And it was the only way. I never played rock. I never played anything else. But from my papa's records, that's where I got the love for playing it and the feeling in my soul.
Sure, yes. And then, of course, that thing of Robert Johnson, I guess, was the first marketing campaign of blues, right?
Yes, yeah. And great story. You know what I mean? It's mythology.
Stays there for a long, you know. Well, how do you like, what you really like in Brazil at the food or beverage?
I love the food, beverage, but I love the people. The people are very kind-hearted. I feel that the people are very sweet and nice. Every time I've ever come to Brazil and talked to anybody that was from here, it was a wonderful experience for me. I just feel like there's a lot of kindness in their heart and they have a lot of soul.
That's good. Tell the people with you that you don't have to have don't give you Cincinnati. Just give the good beverage, good stuff, right?
Yes. And you know, I mean, I love jazz as a kid too.
You taught classes of jazz, right?
Yes, at the San José State and the San Jose City College. But when I was a kid, I got a record of Cannonball Adderley with Sergio Mendes, the Bossa Rio Sextet, right? And I loved the samba thing. I mean, I really loved it from the first time I ever heard it. It was like soul music, a different soul music, but beautiful, you know? So I've always loved that kind of music.
We got soul composers in Brazil, like Tim Maia, there's others too. They made a nice job. They went there to the United States, then they drink at the fountain and came back and make it. It is nice, you know. I say, one thing I can't forget to ask you is about your compositions. You're a composer since when?
Since 1987, it's the first time I made a record and first time I tried to write songs. And I try to write songs just for myself, to record them at home, to see if I could do it, you know, as kind of a experiment, just as an exercise for my mind. And then just it spread from that, and then next thing you know, I borrowed money to make a record. So I had to write some songs. So I made my first record, and that's how it all happened, really. It just snowballed.
You did it right, and you're still doing it. And there's people telling that you are the next blues influence in the world. What do you think about it? Next blues.
It's hard to talk about that because that wasn't my plan. I'm not even smart enough to make this plan. It just seemed to happen, and I just went with it. But I know that I love to play my guitar. I played it for my parents because my papa loved it. Anything my papa loved, that's what I wanted to do, you know. So it just kind of snowballed, and the fact that I'm still doing it at this time in my life just tells me that I was right. I was onto something that was important for me.
Yeah, of course. So do you play piano and play other things? I see saxophone, alto, and tenor.
Alto saxophone and piano, you know, but because I love Ray Charles, anything Ray Charles did, I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like we love Ray Charles at my house, and we played all these things, and so I just wanted to.
So you play clarinet too, is it correct?
Yes, clarinet.
Clarinet. That's a friend of mine that plays flute and sax, and he said, clarinet is nice, but clarinet is a devil's instrument because the positions are absolutely different, right?
Yeah, when you go to over the bridge, it's trouble. You know what I mean? But I love that about it. And I mean, when you hear somebody play the clarinet right, it's a beautiful sound. You know, it's incredible. The tone of it, I mean, for me, it just was important. You know?
It is kind of difficult to play, so you have a lot less people playing clarinet than saxophone, right?
Because it's dangerous. If you want to play, it'll make you not want to play it no more. Because once you do some things, it's dangerous. You know what I mean? Just as an instrument. I mean, there's no plateau keys. There's holes. So you gotta pop your fingers down in it. One little thing will make a squeak, right? Once you squeak, everybody's like, ah. So yes,
it's easy to make a squeak.
It's a dangerous instrument, but beautiful.
Well, sure it is. It is, but it's kind of difficult to play everything together, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it was a crazy thought for me to do, but as a boy, that's all I did is stay in my room and do this, you know.
And about the jazz, did you make something with the jazz, or just taught classes?
No, my brother came home from Vietnam and he had 6 jazz albums. And at that time, my brother didn't listen to jazz. He listened to blues like we all did. And he came home with these records. It was Wes Montgomery's Tequila album, George Shearing and the Montgomery Brothers, Lee Morgan's Sidewinder, Thelonious Monk, Straight No Chaser album. There's 2 more I can't think of right now. But my brother brought those home from Vietnam, and I took them in my room and I would listen to them, and I liked it just as background music, you know what I mean, at first. Then I started to love certain people, but I just kind of grew on me, like the love for jazz just grew as I listened to these records.
Well, see, complete musician and plays blues like, I mean, with all the heart, all the soul. You should listen to him. You'll like it. Thanks very much for being here. You're very kind and give us your time. Pretty much like to listen to you. Thanks very much. Say something for the audience, for the blues lovers.
Blues lovers, thank you for being out there. I care about you all. Thank you for even listening. God bless you.
Thanks for support my English. He's so kind. Thanks very much for the audience. Obrigado pela sua audiência. Venha ouvir o nosso amigo tocando aqui, Cain, Chris Cain. Não esqueça desse nome. Está em tudo quanto é lugar. Você vai achar a enciclopédia do blues, vai ter vários lugares, e tem também o site. How's your website?
Oh, it's chriscain.com, and I have a new record coming out on Alligator in July. My second one on Alligator, I have to say, they've been so good to me, so I'm very lucky.
See, lucky, and we are lucky to listen to you. chriscain.com, chriscain.com, www.chriscain.com, tudo com I. E Alligator Records, você vai encontrar também alguma coisa. Obrigado, thanks. Essa é a Rádio 4 Tempos, onde a música tem potência e torque. Obrigado pro pessoal do blues também. Just as sure as my name is Cain. Essa é a Rádio 4 Tempos, o melhor do rock and roll para você.